Again, it's the blundering of the queens, unfortunately. You can't do that.
Another mouse misclick, alleged.
Alleged mouse misclick, but you can't do that against a player of my caliber.
Isn't that Korean show, The 100? It's
Physical 100.
The Physical 100. It's essentially that. We're athletes. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Critical Banter podcast. This is the show where we take the very best bits from favorite late night shows and package them into one single podcast. On this week's episode, we have yet another new game leveraged off TikTok. It is called Rapid Fire Guess Whom. Figure out what that is when we get to it. But we'll also be doing the fan favorite segment, Dob in Array Unit. But before that, throughout the week, we got me and Miguel. We have Rohit.
G'day.
And we have Senthurin.
Thanks, boys. Good to be back. But first, before we begin, I feel this is in order. Miguel, join me in this.
We're in the presence of a king.
We are in the presence of a king. Just moments ago, fresh off the press.
Fresh off Instagram Live and Twitch.
Wow. Our debut on Twitch as well.
Exactly.
Actually, I think our debut on Instagram Live. I don't think we've ever gone live before.
Not gone live. Maybe accidentally.
Potentially. So yeah, moments ago, Ro was crowned champion of the inaugural TCB Chess Tournament. Ro, do you want to, any words? This is your post-match interview, I guess.
I want to go through the journey. Round one against Avi.
No.
That was round two.
Round one against Carter, who didn't show up. So walkover.
So listeners, Ro actually could have lost round one. Technically, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Carter could be a chess genius.
This could be you right now, Carter.
Unfortunately, Carter had work. He could not make it. I moved on to round two against Avi. Lost my queen on move two. Avi somehow managed to lose that game. I'll never know how. He reckons he mouse slipped. I reckon I outplayed him.
His word against yours.
Then I versed Sen, a worthy opponent. Played much above his ELO rating.
Thank you.
But dispatched him very quickly. And then Jack Scully, again, it's the blundering of the queens, unfortunately. You can't do that.
Another mouse misclick, alleged.
Alleged mouse misclick, but you can't do that against a player of my caliber.
Usually no one ever says that about themselves. But no, you're right? These high levels, you can't afford a mistake.
High pressure as well.
I even tried to give him an out by losing my queen on purpose just to make it fun. It was like playing with food.
We're entertaining the viewers on Instagram Live. They're asking for some entertainment.
I think Jack's best move was when he tried to get the draw, when he offered the draw to you.
That was good. Almost mouse slipped a draw, but unfortunately, no. Jack, well played. It was fun.
To be fair to him, it was 1 a.m. he said, and he had to beat 3 other people to get to the final, so he must have been mentally tired.
And I want to congratulate Sen for making to the semi-finals and Manu not making it past round one.
Mate,
after being in a dominant position, may I add.
I was at a point where I had, a queen, a rook, a bishop, another pawn, and my king, and my opponent had only a king. But unfortunately, I had 1 minute left, so I was panicking because the last 2 minutes was just moving back and forth, just same moves again and again. So I started to panic, and then I unfortunately gave up my queen.
He was under time pressure.
Then my rook, and then my time. So I lost on time. So did Kush, actually.
Yeah, Kush as well.
Kush also lost out on time.
It looked like Kush was in a dominant position as well. Again, the time gets here. I beat Awad in the first round, and then I played Ethan twice in the second round because the first one went to a draw. Where really, to be honest, I should have won that in the first go. But let's thank everyone who did join. So there was Awad.
I want to thank Ethan as well for live streaming. I think that added a really good dimension.
Was first round against Kush, so we saw that game live on Twitch. Shout out him.
So shout out to Ethan K, shout out to Ethan S, Awad, Avi, Mason, Carter, even though he didn't show up, Pat, Brittany, Matt, Jack, Trentolina, whose name I don't think we ever found out.
No, Trentolina is the name, but it was swapped. Victor played
for Trentolina, but we'll shout out both of them, and then Hugh as well. We had a really good turnout, and shout out to Christina as well, who was our camera woman.
Our manager, our Twitch manager, our impromptu live stream manager.
So it was a good team effort, and Jack, who did make the final, we said the winner gets a Manscaped box.
But Rohit is the winner.
Rohit is the winner. So congrats on your Manscaped box. They will stay in your house for another.
You guys can train up. You want to beat me, you want a Manscaped box, challenge me anytime. I'm ready.
That's true. We'll leave your chess.com username in the book. But no, we will, fair play to Jack. He did beat 3 people. He got to the final. He gave it a red hot go. So I think we will be sending a Manscaped box out to him. I did promise a soccer update. So this was 2 weeks ago. Literally, the last episode I was here, we recorded, and then I went to cricket after.
Summarize the quick saga just for anyone who's listening for the first time.
Oh, yeah, sorry. For any people who are just joining in right now, quick story is we were unceremoniously kicked out of our last soccer team. Dumped.
We heard it through the grapevine, not from the manager,
Exactly.
coach
We
himself.
heard through,
A friend of a friend.
A friend of a friend of a friend. Some may say it's racially motivated. I'm not saying that, but some may say. Some may say. So we were looking for a new football team for this upcoming season. And mind you, it wasn't just us who got kicked out. There were a few other people as well. Again, ergo, racially motivated. Maybe. I'm not saying.
And also not told.
Not told. Those people, again, not told. So we were looking for a new club. We've been trialing with the new club in the last few weeks. But I'll leave that to one side. Like I said, I was going to cricket after 2 weeks ago after we recorded. I pulled up at the cricket ground. I parked my car. Someone parked right next to me. Firstly, that was a bit rogue because, let's say there was 8 open parking spots. Person parked right next to me. I didn't appreciate that.
I actually find it easier to park next to someone in that case.
So you can line up.
Because you line up much easier. But anyways.
So I get out.
Quick.
And I'm glaring at this person because I'm like, why the fuck did you park next to me?
Personal space,
And to my surprise, they were glaring back at me. It was as Ro and I would often say, you stare into the abyss and the abyss stares back. And so I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what this guy's problem is. So I start to pick up my kit out of my boot. And then this guy comes out. And then all I hear is, oh, hey, Sen, I haven't seen you in a while. And I did a double take and I look. And it is the keeper from our old soccer team who had also been kicked out.
Well, he doesn't know that yet.
Unbeknownst to him. So then I'm taking my kid out and I'm like, oh, well, shit, this is going to be an awkward conversation. And I'm glad he brought it up himself immediately. He says,
is this after he brought it up in the group chat?
Yes.
Sorry, apologies.
Which we updated, a couple of weeks ago.
Weeks ago, we said someone in the group chat had messaged, hey, are we playing soccer this season? Deaf ears. No one even gave him the time of day.
So it's him.
I saw him. In my mind, I was half thinking maybe someone had reached out to him. And that quickly left my mind when he said, have you heard anything about soccer this season? And then I had that heavy feeling in my heart that I had to break the bad news to this brother. And so
how'd you do it?
I said, nah, mate, I've heard. So I distanced myself from this as well. It's like I heard from someone else that
masterclass in PR.
Exactly.
This is media trained Sen coming out to play.
Yeah, I said, we heard from so-and-so who heard from so-and-so that we have been given the flick. I haven't heard any confirmation, but we've taken upon ourselves to go look for another club.
This is one of those moments where you like that you've also been cut,
Exactly.
Yeah,
so we bonded over that. And, we traded some expletives, cussed a few people out in the team. I'm not going to say who or what we said, but let's just say he was very unhappy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Very, very unhappy. And I was kind of just, stoking him along like,
Because that was February. That's the end of February.
Yeah.
Season starts April.
3 weeks away.
You start training in March. You got to sign up by January. So he's been left out on his own devices, not even given the courtity of.
Was he that angry actually?
He was. I wouldn't say angry, but he was pretty annoyed.
Right. But surely, okay.
But I think a little part. I think he knew.
Yeah, you're not captain's defense. Surely, if you haven't heard anything.
Yeah. So I think he knew. I'm not gonna, throw him under the bus here. I think he knew, but he was also, rightfully annoyed as well.
As we were as well.
100%. Fair enough.
And then he asked me, "Oh, have you guys found a team yet?" And we're like, "To be honest, brother, we're still looking."
Which we are.
And now that brings us to the present day, and we are still.
We're trialing. We're
still trialing.
But we keep getting invited back, which is a good sign.
Yeah, they haven't told us to piss off yet.
We've seen people in week 1 and 2, they've fallen away by the wayside. And us three are still
It's a game
maintaining.
of attrition. It's like that. Have you seen that Korean show, The 100? It's
Physical 100.
The Physical 100. It's essentially that. We're athletes. Thank you. And we have slowly but surely getting closer and closer to making the cut. And hopefully, fingers crossed in the next few weeks, we'll
have a positive update and an end to this saga.
But if you don't hear an end to this saga, just safely assume that we have been given the flick and there will be no soccer this season.
I have one thing, just quickly. It's something that I've started doing while driving. So recently I had to renew my license and I received a 50% discount for being a safe driver in quotation marks. What that means is apparently I've not lost a demerit point in 5 years. However, what I have been doing recently is when you turn right on roundabouts, I'm getting really lazy. And so instead of going around the roundabout, I've decided to cut through the roundabout.
I do that as well sometimes.
Do you?
I only do it at night though.
I also only do it at night and specific roundabouts.
I only do it for one roundabout here in Sydney. It's actually near your house. It's a bit further. There's a school where it's a weird roundabout because there's no left turn to the roundabout.
Right.
If you go left, there's either a school and a church. If so, you can either go straight and that's it. There's no right either. There's only houses there. So, but to go straight, you have to go all the way left and then come back around to go straight.
It's nonsense.
Mate, last night I just went dead straight over. There's no one coming like at that time of night. So I think I wouldn't say it's safe, but.
What about what I'm doing where you like, it is a right turn. It's the one near my house. I don't know if you can picture this.
Yes, I know which one you're talking about.
So both those ones, there's two in my house that near my house. I just cut across them willy-nilly. Instead of going around, I just turned right. And I thought that was a bit strange, but then I realized like now I look at every roundabout as an opportunity to cut through. And, like, we have a roundabout when we go to soccer training, which is just drawn on. It's just painted on. Do you even know that?
Just say it. That's fine. We can bleep it out.
No, as in like when we go to soccer training at Caddy's Creek,
Yeah.
there is literally a roundabout.
Oh, yeah. That's
just
drawn on.
painted
Yeah.
on. But that's getting zero respect from me.
Nah, mine always picks me up and he respects it. He goes around
Are
it.
you serious?
Respectfully.
But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I would just go over.
Yeah, right. Okay. So I want to know if this is should I be stopping this behavior essentially?
I think that one's okay. Going straight over the drawn on one.
You should be stopping where you're talking about any roundabout you see is potential opportunity.
Yeah.
In the night.
I think night is okay. Like, because you're going to see the headlights come up.
That's
But
what
then
my
that's the
logic
thing.
is.
I had one a few weeks ago where I was doing that on that roundabout where I went straight where you should be going around. And when I entered the roundabout, there was no car. But also, it's also a curve. So you can't actually see until you've entered the roundabout. So I was halfway through it in the other side of the lane. And then suddenly these lights came and I had to swerve back into my lane.
I haven't had a dicey experience just yet, but it's still a fun little game to play. Like, yes, it is dangerous. Of course, I don't recommend doing it unless you're
idiots.
Unless you're a safe driver like me with
50% off.
50% off and no demerit points.
Would you be getting that 50% discount, Manu?
I believe I would.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, I haven't lost a demerit point. Would you, Sam?
I've lost 4 demerit points. I'll say it loud and proud.
recently?
Not recently. I haven't lost it in 2 years. In a touch wood.
But you've got you got a 10-year license, so you've got to wait till.
I'm not getting this.
You got a 10-year license?
Yeah.
Why?
It was cheaper.
Was it?
No, it was
No,
more
it's
expensive.
more expensive.
of
What are you
course,
talking
but-
about, bro?
What would I have gotten it then?
Because
That's why I'm asking you.
Well, like, I got the 5-year license because it was cheaper. The 10-year license was definitely not cheaper. It just means it saves the trouble.
As in the per year cost.
Yeah, that's
The per
definitely
year
cheaper.
cost was cheaper.
You probably just saw that and was like, yeah, sort it.
So wait, when do your demerits get reset?
These questions I have no answers to because I have lost demerit points. I have.
That's what I said. I thought you have.
And this is the crazy thing.
I know it. Yeah.
Actually, wait, hang on.
So how
does
you,
that work?
Yeah, when you went into a T-way, didn't you lose demerit points for that?
I might
That
have
was
been
fresh out of high school.
I might have been on my P's.
Oh, on your Ps it resets. Cause my cousin who lost his license on his Ps, I don't know if you got the snap from him the other day. He said he's now, debt free. He's clean.
Yeah,
He's got no demerit points against his name anymore. So I think there's a couple of years where it refreshes.
It does refresh.
That makes sense.
So no misdemeanors on your fulls.
On my full license. Oh, that's actually quite a good
that's very
stat. I'll take
Congrats.
that.
No, I got 4. I checked.
What was
Still there?
What was the 4 infringements for?
No, it's 2. One was 3 demerit points. One was 1 demerit point.
What's a 1 demerit point?
Fucking 1 to 10 over the limit.
What?
Dirty dogs. Yeah. I think I was going like 7 or 8 over, and it was just 1 demerit, $100.
And then what was the 3 demerit points? 10 to 20 over.
10 to 20. 10
Yeah.
to 20, and then $300.
See, like, I think I'm getting a bit lucky because, like, I think I just haven't seen cops. Because, like, for example, today when I was driving to Manu's house, 60, I'm driving 80
Yeah.
on Showy, you know what I mean? Like, just gunning down.
I think you're an idiot if you get picked up by a camera, like
Yeah.
the actual stationary cameras. Because most of mine were the mobile, like speed cameras.
Yeah,
like
that's just
the
like a
highway
draw.
patrol on the side, the dickheads.
Well, like
hiding.
our friend who decided to race us along that road and gunned it through the red light when we stopped.
Yeah, when we
safely.
stopped. I don't know why he thought I stopped there because it was yellow, but I stopped and he just kept going and he got done for a red light speed
Did he?
camera.
So
yeah.
we saw him, we stopped at the light, we saw him drive past, we saw the flash go off,
You hate to see it.
and we saw some text soon after, like, brother.
Oh, I
See
thought
the
you were going to
flash.
say our other friend who got done by the same camera twice. Fucking idiot.
Once on the way there, once on the way back, both times in the same day.
What do you guys think of the other one that they have on highways, the average speed ones? So like if you're going down to Wollongong or Melbourne.
I don't
or-
believe in that.
They're real though. What do you mean?
I also don't believe in
I
that.
don't believe in it.
It's not like dragons or
Has
something.
someone,
They're real.
has someone got caught by
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Who?
People I know at
People
work.
we know? Oh.
Yeah, people I know at work. So for example, they'll say Sydney to Canberra is 300 kilometers. If the speed camera, so the average speed on that highway is 100 kilometers, they'll track what time you enter the highway and what time you leave the highway. And if it's faster than the 3 hours, then they know you've
You
been
get
speeding
done.
at some point.
I
don't believe in it.
I actually think it is a better way. Like it's a good way to.
But what if I'm
catch
trying to get there as fast as I can?
Yeah, I mean, that's good travel safely.
That's mutually exclusive with the law.
We'll be driving down to Melbourne soon, or in a few weeks.
Yeah, and
they will have that system on the great
for the whole
highway.
way.
Yeah.
For the 6-hour drive, we've got to maintain.
I think for
average
us,
speed.
there's a certain portion of it that does have that technology.
I think that's fine.
We'll need to look it up before.
Test the technology.
Well, no,
drive there in 4 hours instead of 5 and see if it works.
No, I think that's fine because I think I'll drive half, which will lower our average speed
that's
drastically, enough for you to do whatever hooning you want, and we'll still be underneath.
That is true. That's smart.
Is that the bypass?
That's the meta.
Mate, me and Sen just swap driving, and we get there on time, and Sen has his fun, and I have mine. This is Guess Whom. Sen, we have athletes. We all have athletes for each other. I have an athlete in mind. You have 30 seconds to guess the athlete.
You can ask as many questions as you can in 30 seconds. We will do our best to try and answer all of them.
Guess the athlete in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Soccer, basketball, cricket.
No.
Formula One.
No.
Rugby league.
No.
What the fuck? Athletics.
No.
What the fuck? Baseball.
No.
UFC.
Think Olympic sports. No.
Swimming,
Yep.
Swimming. Australian, American,
Australian.
UK. Thorpe.
No.
Male or woman?
Male.
The missile, James Magnuson.
No.
Carl
seconds.
Chalmers.
No.
Fucking who else is there? Oh, Grant Hackett.
Yes.
Let's go.
With 2 seconds to spare, Centurion.
Grant.
Yeah, bro, when he told me that he's going to do that for you,
That's funny.
I've got nothing for
That's
you.
funny. That's good. I like that. That was good.
How's the heart feeling?
Dude, I thought I'd run out of male swimmers. I only know Thorpe and fucking the missile. That's it. And I forgot.
Got like Cody Simpson. Does he sing?
Oh, is he an Olympic swimmer?
I don't think he's made it to the
I don't think
Olympics,
he
but
made
he's
the
Commonwealth Games. Yeah.
That's true. Very good first round. All right. Let's do Miguel maybe second.
All right. I'll time.
All right, Miguel. Guess the athlete in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Tennis, basketball, soccer, Eastern Conference, Western Conference.
Eastern Conference.
Current.
Yes, current.
Nets.
Yes.
Ben Simmons.
No.
Mikal Bridges.
No.
Cameron Johnson.
No.
Nick Claxton.
No.
Seth Curry.
No.
Cam Thomas.
No.
Who the fuck else is there? Patty Mills.
No.
Bro, Watanabe.
No.
Who else is there, brother? Dinwiddie.
Correct. Spencer Dinwiddie.
Thank God.
With 5 seconds left. I'm like, shit, did I make this too easy? And thank God.
Man, he's shooting in the dark.
Because you thought he got traded and then he came back.
Yeah, that's true. You picked my team as well. That's that's bold.
That is bold.
That's bold. All right.
Made you work for that though.
Exactly. I was running out of players. God.
All right. Time for Rohit. I'll be the timekeeper.
Rohit, guess the athlete in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Soccer.
No.
Cricket. Rugby.
No.
NRL.
No.
EPL.
No.
Basketball.
No.
What's tennis?
Yes.
Retired?
No.
Male?
Yes.
Top 10?
No. Don't think so.
Casper Ruud?
No.
Alex Zverev?
No.
Serbia? Which country? Serbia?
No.
Australia?
Yes.
Nick Kyrgios?
Yes.
Oh, with 4 seconds to go. Well done.
I don't know if he's top 10. Is he?
No, he's not top 10.
He's not top 10. So that was correct.
Lovely. Lovely. We've done well.
That's excellent.
All of us had to struggle
right
though.
there.
Although I will say I had to give Sen the sport. I gave him swimming, put him on the right path after
That
he
is
was...
true.
But when he got there, he still narrowed it down. Lovely. He got all the good swimmers out of the way.
Alrighty, Sen. Guess the athlete in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
All right. Cricket, NRL, soccer.
Yes. Football.
All right. EPL,
Yes.
La Liga. All right.
EPL.
United,
No.
Liverpool,
No.
Chelsea,
No.
Man City,
No.
Tottenham,
No.
Everton, Leeds,
No.
Southampton,
No.
Newcastle,
No.
Brentford,
No.
Arsenal.
No.
What? Brighton,
No.
Fulham.
No.
Who the fuck have you picked? Dude, what other teams are there? Wolves.
No.
Have I not? Crystal Palace.
No.
Everton.
second.
No.
Burnley.
No.
Oh my
Time's up.
God, what the fuck? What team is
If
this?
I gave you Aston Villa.
Oh, Coutinho.
Yes.
Fuck it hell. Aston Villa was the one name that wouldn't come to mind. I don't think Burnley are even in the Premier League anymore.
Oh, it's Glasgow Euro. Good pick.
That was good. That's good.
I still
niche.
thought Philip Coutinho was playing for Liverpool, to be perfectly honest
So
with
when
you.
I said no, you're like, what's going on?
Well, there we go. Hands free now.
It's in Ola's hands. All right, we go back to Miguel.
All right.
All right, Miguel. Guess the athlete. Your time starts now.
Football.
No.
Basketball.
No.
Tennis.
Yes.
Australian.
Yes.
Retired.
No.
Who is that? Tomic.
No.
Diminor.
No.
Kyrgios.
No.
Woman.
No.
Who else is there? Cock.
Correct.
Oh, lovely.
That was a speedy round.
That was very good.
What about our friend Alex Vukic,
Oh, Vukic. Oh, sorry, Vukic.
who went to
Sorry,
our
mate.
school 2 years above us?
I can't disrespect the alum like that. Alrighty, Rohit, second round for you. Guess the athlete in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Soccer,
Yes.
fencing. Oh, sorry. Soccer, EPL,
Yes.
Manchester United.
No.
Oh, dude, how am I going to get this? I don't watch it. Manchester City,
No.
Everton,
No.
Tottenham,
No.
Fulham,
No.
Leeds.
Yes. He's
Leeds.
retired. I'll give you that. He's retired.
Timmy Cahill.
No.
I don't know who plays.
Didn't play
Dude,
for
how do I know who plays for Leeds?
Two famous Australians who played for Leeds.
Australian.
Yeah, he's Australian.
What's his name? What's the defender's name? It's the defender, Australian defender.
Go on.
What's his name though?
Yeah,
Go
go
on,
on.
go on.
Yeah, go.
So-
You're well over time, but let's go. No, if you get it, I'll give it to you.
I know who it is,
Tip
but
of
I
your
just,
tongue.
it's on the tip of my tongue. Is he Australian
Let's
centre back?
Go,
He has
go,
some
go.
itch name? No, I don't know. What's
His
his name?
name started with N.
Yeah, Nikola Jokic. What's his name? No, yeah, okay.
First name's Lucas.
Yeah, whatever. It
I think
doesn't
of
matter.
Lucas Neal. It's still incorrect.
It's not Lucas Neal. It was Harry Kewell, my friend.
Oh, Harry Kewell.
Played for Leeds and Liverpool. I was
No.
hoping you'd go Liverpool.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm thinking the wrong player then. I was thinking, who's the guy, the Australian defender who got put into the Premier League recently?
Harry Sutar.
Sutar.
I told you he's retired like 10 seconds in.
Oh, okay. I didn't think that. Never mind.
My days.
That was a class.
Shambles. All right. Sen,
Yes.
guess the athlete in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Cricket, soccer, NRL,
No.
basketball.
Yep.
Yes.
Eastern Conference, Western Conference.
Easton.
Knicks, Boston, Milwaukee. Just going to keep going. Cavaliers, Bulls.
Played for Bulls and Cavs.
Sorry. Retired or active?
Retired.
Played for Bulls and Cavs.
Yes.
Is this someone I would know? Is
Yes.
it Michael Jordan?
No.
Played for Bulls and Cavs. Oh, no. J.R. Smith. I'm just going to keep.
No.
Fuck, I got no idea.
Time's up.
The main team was the Heat.
Fucking Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade, exactly correct. Played for the Bulls for 1 year and Cavs another.
Threw me off with that.
Again, you chose the wrong team. Like
Yeah,
if you chose
yeah,
Liverpool,
yeah.
maybe could have gotten it for the Kuhl one as well.
Okay, all right. I got one for you. You didn't see my phone, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, all right. Guess the athlete. Your time starts now.
Football.
Yes.
Retired.
No, currently playing.
Premier League.
No.
La Liga.
No.
Bundesliga.
No.
French League.
No.
A-League.
No.
Chinese League.
No.
Saudi Arabia.
No.
What haven't I said? Germany.
No.
Italy.
No.
France.
No.
MLS.
No.
Fucking Copa America. Bro, what league is this fucker in?
Turkish league.
Turkish league. Is it Deli Ali?
No.
Abubakar. What's
1
another?
second.
I'm out.
Time's
All right,
up.
one
Turkish
guess.
league.
Turkish
League.
used to play in the Premier League.
Used to play in the Premier League.
Spanish.
Spanish player must be Juan Mata.
It is indeed Juan Mata. Too bad the time was up.
Still.
All right, so we got one more for Rohit.
It's all 1-1. It's all one apiece.
So we've all absolutely shit the bed in the second one.
You can crown this game if you get this athlete, Rohit. Guess the athlete in 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Soccer,
No,
boxing,
no,
cricket,
no,
tennis,
no,
football,
no,
swimming,
no.
running,
Yes.
Jamaican,
No,
Australian,
no,
American,
no.
long distance,
Yes.
Kenyan,
Yes.
Eliud Kipchoge.
Yes.
Yes, let's go.
Well done. With 10 seconds to go as well. That
You got
was
big man
methodically
Elliot.
done. Elliot Kipchoge. So, we'll take that. 2 out of 3, not bad.
That's
What was the one you
very
got
well
wrong?
I got the Leeds one wrong.
You didn't get Harry
Harry
Kewell.
Kewell.
That was a tough
You
one.
didn't get
That
the
was
cult
a tough
hero.
one. That was a
I
tough
was never going to know who played for the Leeds.
Well, well done. Congratulations.
As always, this episode is sponsored by our good friends at Manscaped. They say March is here, which officially marks the beginning of what our friends over at Manscaped like to call Fresh Ball Fall. Oh yes, the leaders in below the waist grooming are here to make sure that your foliage isn't the only thing, shedding its excess leaves. Make sure to trim your bush with the best and let Mother Nature do the rest. Join the 8 million. Has it increased one more?
Yeah, isn't it 7 million?
It was 7 million previously.
Congrats,
Congrats. You know what? That's some yoi.
Join the 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code TCB. Remember, lads, when you trim the weeds, the tree always stands taller. Now, yeah, bravo. It's getting to a stage where you're in the minority if you haven't got Manscaped. Like 8 million men.
That's a lot of men.
That is so many men. And if we exclude, like a bunch of countries that Manscaped perhaps doesn't ship to, if you live in Australia,
High percentile.
massive percentile. So if you're in Australia, America, UK, Ireland, anywhere in Europe, EMEA, dare I suggest,
What are the APAC region?
APAC as well, like get your hands on a box with the code TCB.
Comes with all the bells and whistles, everything you need. Weed whacker, lawnmower, a bit of ball deodorant, ball toner.
Boxes, the whole shebang. It's actually great value. And with 20% off, it's even better value. So go to the website, manscaped.com, use TCB 20% off and free shipping, manscaped.com.
Righty, boys, it's time to dob in a rare unit. I'll kick us off this week. So I wasn't here last week. I was at a wedding. And it was a beautiful wedding, I must say. It was at a venue far from here.
I would hope they're at venues.
It was at a venue. It was at a venue with a chapel, and then there was a reception hall as well. So the wedding was at the chapel first at 3 p.m. And it was pretty hot that day. And this was an old style chapel, double brick, no aircon. And the windows for some reason couldn't be open. What did you say?
No, I said Kush loves double brick, sturdily constructed.
He's bricked up hearing that we've talked about double brick.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was quite hot in there, sauna, if you will. And so we got there maybe about 20 minutes earlier than what we should have. And only the second row, the second row and the last row was open. And so we decided to sit in the second row. And they had beautifully left these little like Japanese fans for everyone to use because it's the hand ones, right? So it was very hot. So we sat down and then we were fanning ourselves and then we looked around and we realized in front of us was like close family. Behind us was close family. Who are we to be sitting in the second row? So we realized we're way too close here. So we then went back to the back row and we took our fans with us. And so, we were fanning away beautifully. Now we had 2 fans in each hand. We were living like kings in the back.
Treat yourself, yeah.
And then, whichever suckers went to go sit after us had to deal with that. Anyway, we go on. We have we have some free drinks, between the ceremony and the reception, having a great old time. And then maybe a couple hours later, I was at the bar and I was ordering a drink. And this guy comes up next to me and he's like drenched in sweat. And I'm like, you all right, mate? And he's like, yeah, man, that chapel was really hot. Apparently there was meant to be fans on every seat, but we didn't actually get any. And I'm like, well, where were you sitting? And he's like, we're in the second row on the left-hand side. And I'm like, oh, sorry, mate. Me and my mates actually took it.
Oh, you
told him that?
Yeah, because it's I had a couple of drinks at the time, so I was nice and loose,
feeling confident.
And this guy looks at me, his eyes go wild. He grabs me and he turns around. He's like, "Oi, it's this cunt!" And he yells it out to his mate who's on across, and they come across up to me and he's like, "Yeah, he's the one who took our fan." And they feel like, and it's like a joke, they're having a bit of banter. It's like, "Oh, we were fucking sweating in there, you bastard!" Blah blah blah.
Half joke, I reckon.
Half joke, definitely half joke. And then I started playing along. I'm like, yeah, mate, we had 2 fans. I was so cold. I needed a heater. It was so cold back there.
No.
Drunk Sen has a bit about him, bro.
And then anyway, so that went a bit of back and forth. And then, I got my drink, I left, and then he got his, he left. And then over the night, I kept seeing him every now and then. And then, the joke would continue. I would see him like, "Oh, you fucker, don't trust him with anything. He'll steal it, blah, blah, blah." Mind you, I'd never met these guys before in my life. And then, it went 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. And it was like 10 p.m. The joke was still going. And at this point, I was tired of it. I'm like, all right, it was funny the first 3 or 4 times. But it came to the point, they would walk past me and they would just give me one of these ones, the middle finger flip me off, tell me to fuck off. Yeah. And my mates who I'm with like, what's this about? Like, they've been doing it all night. And I told them the story. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, okay, it was funny maybe 3 hours ago, but here we are. It's been literally the end of the night and these guys are still continuing the joke. And then I'm like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's a bit rare. I thought it was a bit rare. Like, first, I reckon so basically my question is, how many times can you flog a dead horse before it's
I hate flogging dead horses.
I agree.
I prefer them live. But like, it was alive. The first two times.
Three even, I'll give him.
3 is pushing it.
It has to like tailor down, you know, it has to dwindle down. First time is aggressive, like, you know, full on joke. And then it gets more casual.
And then we should have been, you know, just having a laugh about it. But
exactly.
They kept this aggressive energy up the entire night.
No, I feel like it should be contextual. Like if the joke is to continue, like it needs to be, you know, in context. Like he can't come out of his way to be like, oh, this guy, like, you know, what a wanker, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It has to be like you're back at the bar, happenstance.
Exactly.
And then he tells the bartender, oh, just watch out, this guy might steal the drink.
That would be hilarious.
Hilarious, you know?
Aircon turns off. You go over to you. Oh, mate.
Good.
Get his 10 fans.
But you cannot, hours later, come over and make the same joke.
No. It was
times.
dead. It was so dead.
Is it because it's living in their hearts, man? They were very uncomfortable without the fan. You know, it's really.
But that was, again, like I said, this
shocker.
was, you know, 8 hours after the fact. Let it go, mate.
This is a way of trying to bond with you, Sonny.
Nah, I just wasn't having it. We were getting so annoyed towards him. Like, just piss off. Just get over it.
Was it just you or was he?
So he was just getting annoyed at me.
Right, okay.
Because I was the one who started the whole thing. But my mates who were with me had to see it a couple of times and like, what the fuck?
Was it just this one guy, him and his mates?
There was two of them every single time.
Were they,
without fail.
Were they big fellas?
They got me in the toilet as well, actually.
Wait. You can't just say that. You can't just say that.
It was just like I was coming out, they were coming in, they're like, oh, this guy. And I'm like, fuck off, man. I just want to pee.
So at what point, I'm actually curious to know, at what point do you go from like laughing and then when does it start becoming like fake laughs?
I was giving them the fake laughs after like 3, I reckon.
Every single time?
Every single time, because I felt bad. Because then if I'm going with aggressive attitude back to them, then it's going to get awkward.
Yeah, then it gets a bit heated. Like
then it gets heated. So then I had to just, just laugh it up, haha, whatever, funny guys.
I don't think you can do that whole 2-3 times if it's casual. I think they have ill feeling towards you.
Probably.
I think that's why it's dragging on. But they can't be aggressive. It's a wedding or reception. They can't go out of the way. You're a stranger.
Exactly.
But I reckon in their heart of hearts, they're still annoyed.
But I don't think it's rare. I don't think it's rare. I just think they're a bit incompetent.
Bro, you told them.
That is a rare thing to do.
That was just a bit of a laugh. I didn't think you would continue on, after the fact.
That is fair. You didn't know.
I thought it would just be initial laugh. Haha, sorry about that. Blah, blah, blah. Let's move on.
I thought sending his mates may be rare for switching seats.
And bringing the fans.
BYO
Dude,
fans.
it was so hot in there.
Yeah, no matter how he felt.
That's unlucky, mate. That's very unlucky. Also, maybe, I don't know, it might have been a class thing as well because the person. Let me contextualize this. The girl who got married is quite well off.
Right.
Actually, funnily enough, we like to say it. Me and my riffraff mates were saying that we were rubbing shoulders with the 1%.
Yeah.
All of last week, and our table was actually adjacent, like a diagonal from the bride's like family table. And so my friend was saying we were the 1.1%. Not the 1%, but just off.
Oh, so you're saying you're the riffraff and
so I thought it was maybe a bit of that as well.
Yeah, well, if they're 1%, they should have had
someone would have fanned for them.
Yeah. Or even just electric, What kind of nonsense is them having to fan themselves?
It's rustic, mate. It's the homely feel.
Was there any sort of Japanese theme to this wedding?
She is half.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
So she hasn't just got Japanese fans.
No.
Little origami station on the side. You to play along.
Unfortunately not.
Fair. I don't think it's rare behavior from him. I just think it's just get it. Come
Not
on,
knowing when to stop a joke, I feel, is a bit rare behavior. It's socially unaware.
You've hurt them.
Socially unaware, I think. It was just annoying.
Fair enough.
So we have a mate. You know her. Her name is Jess. Jess went to Thailand with her boyfriend. And basically they were doing this food tour. They had already eaten dinner and then afterwards they were doing this food tour, right? And then she was telling me that she was extremely full. She was so full that she could not eat anymore after dinner, right? But she still wanted to try all these different, types of foods. So goes to the market, and then instead of saying, "Look, I'm too full to eat. Maybe we'll come do this another time," she went around buying all the things she wanted to try, taking one bite, and then throwing it in the bin.
That's poor.
Now,
that's poor.
Dare I say, first of all, disrespectful behavior.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. Right.
She's gotten the skewers, had a bite, flicked it. No more. She just wants to try the food.
I don't think that's rare. I think that's just greedy, isn't it?
I think it's so rare to have a bite of your food and then just chuck it out.
Yeah, okay, no, definitely. There's an element of rareness to it.
It's rare because even when you walk out of a restaurant and you see someone or someone walks out of a restaurant and all their plates are like 75% full.
Yeah.
That even I'm looking at that, I'm like, yeah, that's not on.
Not on.
It's poor.
The rare thing is telling everyone about it.
Owning up to this.
Yeah, I would never tell
monstrosity.
anyone that.
No, she was, to be fair, she told me in confidence, but
Not only have you told it in public, you've given the name.
no, she didn't tell me in confidence. She was like, she just thought it was a funny story. She's like, you can tell them the podcast.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, then I will slander her then.
One bite.
Yeah.
Was this like the last day?
Are you even enjoying it at that point?
No, but she was like, sort of like,
Yeah, you're so full at that
Yeah.
point. Like even any food is, I think, not enjoyable.
but then maybe she just wanted to
You're
try
just trying
it.
it for the sake of trying it.
What's wrong with that?
But then
Is she buying and spitting it out as well? Like,
No, what do you mean spitting it out?
no,
It's like,
as in tasty it, but not consuming the food.
she's eating the. Okay, look, I'm not going to defend her. She's obviously in the wrong, but she's eating what of the bite she takes. She is putting that through her.
But that's what I mean.
digestive
When
system.
you're that full, even that one bite is not enjoyable.
I agree.
So she's trying it for the sake of
how
trying
many things
it.
did she try this with?
A handful, like 7 or 8.
That's outrageous.
That's weird.
That's outrageous.
Imagine being the vendor. You sell it and then
You see him take one bite
and then just throw it in the bin.
I imagine she didn't do it in front of the guy who was
Well, like
selling
Spaniard
this.
walks away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gets rid of it.
out of respect, you know, do
Chicken
it out of
feet.
earshot.
Mm.
No, I think that's
rare.
unbelievably
That's
rare. That is pretty
Come
rare.
back another day. Come back another time. Come back in an hour.
Was the issue was that it was the last day? Was that the problem?
I don't know. She didn't tell me the context. She told me this. She did this, and I was like,
Because
"That's
then I agree with mine. Just come back another day.
maybe it was a one night only. Like markets only at Friday night. You have to do it now or never.
Well, that's on you. Why'd you have such a big
Yeah.
dinner beforehand if you wanted to go to the food markets afterwards?
Planning is important. I agree.
This is on her, man. This is her fault. Then she shouldn't be wasting the precious food of Thailand. I have a quick one for this week. It's when I went to the grocery store the other day. And as you know, we have self-checkouts these days. And the common theme back in the day was you could get away with scanning God knows what. You know,
Mm.
you want to buy, what's a high value item? Buy a bunch of avocado, scan it as
Baby formula.
baby formula, scan it as a watermelon, which is like
Yeah.
$1 a kilo, and you get away with it.
Yep.
So Woolies, Coles, whoever are putting measures these days, you know, first of all, the weight, and they have more attendance these days. But have you noticed now they have cameras?
The camera right on top of you.
They have, before it used to be just a camera in front.
Yeah.
But now they have a bird's
top.
eye fucking
Do that.
Australian Open challenge type camera.
Yeah.
Where they're looking down. And as soon as any time, you know, when if you do something wrong on the self-checkout, you know, you bag the wrong thing or wrong time, whatever, you have to get the attendant.
Yeah.
So nowadays, when the attendant comes, they're showing an instant replay of what happened in
No
the incident.
way.
Right? So if you scan something and you didn't bag it, when the attendant comes, they can see the footage of you physically scanning it and putting it down.
No.
Right? And not only they have bird's eye, they have the fucking
So they have
face
the
one as well.
face and then now on top.
All right. So that's the technology they have these days. So I went into the shops, went to buy a quick drink, went to self-checkout, scanned it. Then I noticed to my right shoulder, there's this lovely lady. She's buying some stuff. But before she puts her bags down in the other side where you can like, you know, put all your shit, whatever.
Mm.
Then she had a little piece of paper. I thought it was coupons.
Right.
Wasn't coupons. Puts it on top of the camera
Beautiful. Yeah.
and then goes about her day.
As in, she put it on top of the bird's eye one or the
Both. I don't know how, I
Really?
don't know where this came, but when you saw the camera display, it was just black.
beautiful. Yep. Okay.
Is that not rare?
Look,
She's covering the camera at herself. She brought a designated piece of paper, good, just to block the fucking camera.
it is rare. It is rare, but
Think about it. She was at home, cut out a little piece of paper, specialized
yeah.
tool
Where can I get one?
for the camera.
Protecting her rights.
Oh my god!
No,
It's very rare.
It's rare.
Premeditated.
Yeah.
That's what makes, I think that's what makes all rare stories is if it's premeditated.
It's not like she just so happened to have a fucking piece
Yeah,
of
she
paper
can
in her
like
hand.
take her jacket off and chuck
Yeah,
it
it's
on.
not like she noticed the camera, thought it was a bit weird, and then tried to figure out a way to block it. She came, like, and this was so like
Not her first rodeo.
it wasn't her first rodeo, bro. It was so methodical, but she knew exactly what to do.
Did she-
items down, bang, scan,
Did
bang,
she steal
out of there.
anything?
Of course she stole stuff.
Man,
so.
I don't know. I didn't want to mess
But
with a
then if
woman
she
like
didn't
that.
steal it, what's the point of it then?
Well, that's what I'm saying. She definitely stole it.
Okay.
And fair play to her. Like, big Woolies.
Is it rarer if she didn't steal something?
I think so, absolutely. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting. Like, why would you do it
She's
then?
protecting her personal
who?
data from big woolies.
That's tinfoil stuff. That's not, that is rare, but I hope she did steal something.
Yeah, I think you would have to steal stuff there.
Our friend,
Nah,
that plays with us.
Go on.
he says he steals meat.
Regularly.
Yeah, regularly steals meat. He actually sent me a DM the other
Steals
day.
what?
Wait, was it the Batuta article?
Yeah, the Batuta
I sent that to
article.
him.
Did you say
did he?
mint or meat?
Meats like lamb chops, high value,
Red
high
meat.
ticket items.
Proper red
So
meat.
what does he do? He
Doesn't scan it.
There is one Coles in Sydney, he says. I'm not going to say where, but their things don't work at all.
Right.
And the self-serve is, there's no cowboy in there, roaming. There's no sheriff in town. So it's very easy to get away with stealing stuff there.
Yeah.
He sent me an article. It's a satirical article saying Coles Woolworths bragging out record profits means local man no longer feels guilty about stealing meat. And I said, you know what? Fair enough. Look, I don't steal from the counters that often, but no, I don't. But I actually am fine with people taking stuff.
I almost stole yesterday at the Coles. So I had 3 items, like milk, like a bag of oranges, and then a Gatorade. And I had the Gatorade under my hand. And then I scanned the other 2 and I paid for it. And I was about to walk out. And then I was going to put the Gatorade in my bag. I'm like, oh, I didn't scan it. And I was half tempted just to keep walking. And then I look behind my shoulder. You're playing in midfield. You look over the shoulder. Right? The sheriff was right there. Yeah. So then I just quickly went back, scanned it. It was $2. I'm like, whatever, I'll pay it.
If the sheriff wasn't there.
I'm walking. I already took 3 steps, brother.
Yeah, I'm also walking in that situation, I think, as well.
So the under the armpit technique.
Genuine mistake.
Easy. Yeah,
accident.
So when we brought up last time and then ridiculed someone that they accidentally bought something under their armpit, it's actually easy to do.
We did do this. It was a makeup pencil.
It was the makeup stuff
that she tucked under the armpit,
which is lower volume.
We ridiculed her for as that being a suitable option to
Impossible.
But I understand the under the armpit if you've got
you're occupied with big weight items, oranges, mate. That's a focus.
100%. Yeah, like look, definitely rare on her part, but for some reason I'm okay with stealing from. I'm okay with people stealing from.
Big corporations.
I think it's fair.
But if it was a local grocer.
mum and pop stop.
No, because these guys have sacked off all their workers. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we worked at, Big W, night fill, and we had the people in the town, scanning the items. They're gone.
Jobless.
Homeless.
No longer exists.
I mean,
you never know. And so these corporations are eating up profits while increasing the price of milk
exactly
to an exponential level.
Bag of kettle chips.
I saw that the other day. $7
for a snack, for a bag of chips.
How many? 180 grams or something. Not even family size or anything.
Just quietly, your missus bought one of those last week.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, so financially irresponsible.
7 big ones,
and they have the audacity to say half price, $4 or whatever. Outrageous.
Nah,
not having it. You know what? Take more.
As in, like, I'm actually so I think I was reading some Reddit thread about what people think is the acceptable level to steal. Like stealing meat, I think is a bit much.
Yeah.
We told him this, like that's outrageous. But I think stealing like a Gatorade, like giving yourself a little treat at the end of the shop, I think is okay.
They're still in net profit from your shop, I reckon.
Yeah, like you go in.
The meat, they're not in net profit from that guy's shop.
Yeah, I don't know why I feel so badly about the meat though.
Because it's big and it's like it's expensive. Like a $2 Gatorade versus what? The meat's probably what, $20 now?
What about
like a good cut of meat?
What about like the packet of chips? $7 pack of
I think
kettle
that's fine.
chips.
Kettle can do without $7.50.
Maybe it's just the poultry, like the.
It's an animal, so you want to respect the animal, you know.
Yeah, respect Betty.
Well, fellas, that brings us to the end of another cracking episode. We got a quick question here for you, Ro, just for you only. And this one comes from Awad, and she asks, how did you manage to get your hands on a vibrating butt plug? And do you plan on using it in the next tournament?
Lovehoney.com is where I got the butt plug from, and I intend on using it next tournament. Thanks, Awad.
I don't know. I don't like that. Being accused of cheating, Ro, by someone who lost in the first round.
Well, she lost to you.
Exactly.
And I defeated you. So I think, what do they say? Lions don't care about the opinion of sheep.
Oh, here we go.
So Awad, go back to, grinding the elo.
Stop right there, mate.
I'm not going to
Anytime you start a sentence with go back to, never end.
Go back to playing chess. When you start improving,
then you can play.
Then we can talk.
But no, thank you again to everyone who joined and took part. I think it was pretty fun. I think Ethan asked in the live stream, will we be doing this weekly? No, Ethan, we will not be doing this
weekly, but
But then he said monthly.
Even then, maybe not.
It is
quarterly.
I reckon we can commit to quarterly, I feel.
Or we could also float the idea of different games.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're not doing chess again.
One where Ro has an elo of fucking 10 or something.
More equal playing field for everyone, I feel.
So put in your suggestions. Instagram, DM.
Yeah, let us know if you want to
Banter.
play any other sports or games. Sorry, I should say.
Sports.
Sorry.
We're going to play 11-on-11 soccer.
I was still thinking of Harry Kuehl. No, so yeah, let us know if we want to play other games. Otherwise, in the meantime, Miner, where can people find us?
You know what? Go TCB Appreciation Society. Go there.
Go there.
You can float any suggestions you want, segment suggestions.
We've got a group chat now as well.
Got a group chat. We'll keep,
join the group chat.
We'll keep that group chat going.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
we're low on ideas. No. When we want some ideas or got some questions, we'll field it there. You can chat to us directly there. Any questions, any segment ideas, any content ideas you want there, or Instagram @Critical Banter. Find us there. With all that, we will see you guys next week.